everybody, we are going to do some chromatography today. We do this as an art project in the sloth classroom a lot. However, when we do it in the sloth classroom, we just call it coloring on coffee filters. But it's actually a science activity, or if you put it all together, a STEAM activity. STEAM, by the way, is science, technology, art, engineering, and math. So what you need to do for this chromatography experiment is have some water, some paper towels. You can also use coffee filters like we do in the sloth classroom, but I just have paper towels today. You need a variety of pens and markers, all in the same color of ink. So right now I have a whole bunch of black markers. You could try this with red. You could totally try it with blue and get some interesting results. For the STEAM part of our activity, you also just need to have some markers, more paper towels, and then a spray bottle is really handy for the art part. But as far as our science experiment goes, what you need to do is take your pens and draw little circles or squares or dots, whatever you like, on the paper towel about a quarter to a third of the way up. If you want to keep track of what kinds of markers you're using, you can write a list, or you just keep them in the same order like I'm doing now. And then once you're done making those dots, you put your paper towel into the water so that the edge is just touching it, and the water is going to start going up the paper towel through a process called capillary action. I know it's a little hard to see because of the writing on this measuring cup, but the water will start to go up the paper towel. And what will happen is that the water is going to eventually run into those dots of ink, and after some time, yes, this project does take time, you are going to get to see the different colors in the ink. This is one that I did this morning. And you can see that some of my markers don't spread out at all, and some of the markers really do. This was my kind of like Crayola marker that not only is made with black ink, but also has some red. This was one of my favorite pens, and it's got pink ink in it. So this does take a little bit of time, but while you're waiting to see what colors are in your black ink, you can do your art project, where all you really need to do, sloth kids, you know this, you just color on your square or circle. The more color you can add to it, the cooler it's going to look at the end. And once you're done coloring, take your spray bottle, and this is the fun part, you just spray that paper towel. It's a good idea to do it over the sink, but you know what? Sometimes it's also fun to get messy. The more saturated you get this, the more the colors are going to blend. Then you can just lay it down on your counter, or you can hang it to dry, and once it dries, you should be able to see a lot of those blended colors. Again, this is super easy. It doesn't take a lot of time, but you can make a lot and make a really neat art project with all that kind of stained glass look. Once you've finished off figuring out what colors are in your ink, now you know what you should use when you want something that's waterproof. We'll be back tomorrow with a stinky science project, and see you then. Bye.